Alright, hey everybody, thanks so much for checking out this video. Today we are going to be going over how to install a brick backsplash. The same concepts can also be used on a fireplace as well. We are going to also show you how to apply the grout and then ultimately how to create the whitewash effect that you see in the picture in front of you. Alright, so some of the supplies you'll need, you may already have some, but if not, I've posted the links below the video. You can check them out on Amazon or Home Depot or Lowe's. You'll need 3 to 4 tubes of Power Grab, which is the adhesive that actually holds the brick to the wall. You'll need thin brick, it's the actual brick itself. You can find that at Amazon, or if you have a local brick store that supplies it for you. You may also be able to find it on Lowe's. You'll need chalked paint. I know you can only find that at Home Depot or on Amazon. It's a Rust-Oleum product, and you'll need linen white matte. You also need some sanded bright white grout silicone. It's a silicone material that transitions the brick to the countertop to provide waterproofing. You'll also need about 2 buckets of simple pre-mixed grout. It is a brand called Simple Grout. Bright white is the color you'll want to get. A manual tile cutter will be important for this project. A caulking gun. You'll need 1 paintbrush about 2 inches wide for latex based paints. A grout bag is basically something that you use to fill in the gaps with the grout. It's like an icing decorator. This next list of supplies I say are optional, but I tend to think that they're pretty much required for this type of project. I listed a grinder on here. You can get that on Amazon down below. It's a lot easier to make those small cuts, and the tile breaker just won't make them. You'll need some adjustable vice grips so you don't cut yourself. Hearing protection is obviously always required for loud tools, gloves, and safety glasses. Okay, so what we have here is a tile breaker. I don't know, I guess there's a different name for it, I can't think of it right now. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a brick and we're going to mark where we want to break the tile, or the brick in this case, and we will simply just score it, and we'll snap it over this raised rib down here. You can get these over at Lowe's as well. So we'll simply stick this down in here, and I'm going to get in front of the camera just briefly. And you want to mark where that tile should end. And we'll take and stick it right in there. And I don't know if the camera can see. Try to scoot this up. But there is a center point here that we want to line that line up on. So we'll take and push that all the way to the back and run this scoring blade right over that line. We'll just do that a handful of times to kind of identify where that break is going to happen. And then we'll just take and set this paddle on the back side here down, and we'll just push down, and it'll break your brick right there where you need to space it. And there you have it. It's pretty much a perfect gap, and I'm going to get this put in. And you can do this for all the pieces all the way up, but go ahead and put this on, stick it back there, and raise it up just a little bit off the granite, or whatever your surface is. It doesn't have to be granite. I like to move it just a little, just to make sure that adhesive spreads and it grabs. This Power Grab pretty much will grab to most about anything. There is how you break the tile. Alright, so at this point you've come a long way. If you are watching the video while you're doing the project, congratulations. All we need to do now is just to scoop grout into our grout bag, and you probably want to fill it about a third. I wouldn't really do more than that. It gets kind of hard to squeeze the grout through if we try to fill up too much. And then you'll also want to go ahead and snip the end of the grout bag where that blue tip is. It makes things a lot easier to grout all those lines. It can take quite a while if you don't. Alright, so you've got the end of the bag cut there, and now you just need to shake the grout to get it to the front, roll it up, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. You want to do most of the squeezing of the grout with your left hand. In my case, it's my left hand. And you want to roll up with the right hand as you go. It makes things a lot easier when it comes to grouting, so you're not trying to push all that grout with your right hand. And along the way, I'll just feather grout up to the top and bottom brick just to keep it in there real tight. And if you don't put enough grout in, it might actually fall out. So it's good to just push that in and feather it up a little bit. And then you'll tamper it down with your finger, and it should look really good and rough. Depends what kind of look you're looking to achieve. And then after that, we go on to spackle, and then we'll paint. Alright, so now's when things start to look real good. So what we have here is a flexible spatula. I think you can find these just at any basic hardware store. You can also find it on the link below, find it on Amazon. So what we'll want to do is just dip the spatula into the paint, and then we'll scrape it along the face of the brick. You try to keep that spatula as flat as possible. It's a little intimidating at first if you've never done it. Maybe use a couple practice bricks and then just run that over the top of the brick. Maybe try to scrape some of that paint off after you dip it so it's not so loaded down. And as you run it across, it'll start to pick up some of those high spots, and inevitably it'll just catch some of the low spots as well. But it really creates a cool German smear, if you will, on the brick face, and it's a really inexpensive way to do it. If you just you can apply it to every brick if you want, or you can do a pattern of some sort. I prefer to just apply to every brick. Some bricks I will put more on than others, but it's really up to your creative. Alright guys, hey, you've come a long way. You've got the brick installed, you've done the grout, and now it's time to paint. So I'm going to explain here what I'm doing. I've actually watered down the paint with about 2 inches of water in that cup, and then probably about 2 inches of paint, so maybe a 50-50. And what I'll do is I'll just mix that up, and then I'll apply it to the brick, and I try to stay just on the brick. That way, you know, whenever I'm mixing up a blend that I like, I can get that more of a consistency throughout all the brick, and then I don't have to remix. And later I'll come back and typically try to paint all the grout separately. But yeah, it's up to your interpretation on how thick you want the paint to be on the brick. It lightens up just a little bit, and if you get too much, you can come back with a wet paper towel even the next day and wipe it down to where you want it to be, or just a rag or something. It's a water-based paint, so it's no big deal. And yeah, you can come up with whatever consistency you want. You don't have to paint all the bricks. You can mix it up a little bit and leave one of them just spackling, or you don't even have to have spackle on some of them. But yeah, it's an exciting project. I hope it works out really well for you, and if you've already done it, congratulations. And here's just a couple of quick pictures of my project afterwards.